Okay, are we ready? Are we set to go? Okay, we're gonna. Don't want to interrupt. All right, we are ready to call to order. We are August 26th, 5 p.m., Roseville Joint School Board meeting, and we're gonna start with roll call. Trustee Constant. I am here. Trustee Coleman. Here. Trustee Hall is here. Trustee Schutz. Here. And do we have a motion to adopt the agenda? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? No. And anyone here for public comment for items for closed session? Yeah, are you? No? Okay. Seeing none, we are going to adjourn to closed and we will be back at 6:30. Okay. Okay, we are going to call our meeting to order. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here. Welcome to our second school board meeting of the school year. We will get started with a Pledge of Allegiance. So go ahead and rise. All right, so a quick report out from closed session. Item 2.1, we have nothing to report. Item 2.2, also nothing to report. Item 2.3, the board took action to decline to hear the appeal of a complaint against an employee, and that was with a 5-0 vote. Then, moving on to the announcement of our meeting protocols. And we have lots of new people tonight, so I'll read through these as quickly as I can. The Board of Trustees encourages public participation during the meeting and requests civility and the use of courteous language. The board does not condone the use of profanity, vulgar language, gestures, or other inappropriate behavior, including personal attacks or threats directed towards any meeting participant and/or district employee. There will be an opportunity to speak to the Board of Trustees on items not on the agenda during the public comment section, as well as opportunities to speak to each item on the agenda when that item comes up for consideration. In the interest of facilitating the conduct of the public's business, members of the public who wish to address the board during the meeting will have the specific time limits as follows. If less than 10 members wish to speak, you have 3 minutes, and if more than 10 of you wish to speak on a particular item, you'll have 90 seconds. A complaint about a specific employee or employees of the district should be made to that employee's immediate supervisor or the school site principal as outlined in our board policy. Please complete the comment form located on the table in the lobby, and we will call on you when it is your turn to speak. This meeting is being audio and video recorded and will be archived. The meeting will be live streamed for viewing only. Link to live streaming can be found at rjuhsd.us/livestream. All right, then moving on to item 4.1, Trustee Constant is going to read our board expectations.
Thank you very much. So our Roseville Joint Union High School Board has set the following expectations: that we will prepare all students for life, college, and career. We will provide, we'll provide high-quality academic opportunities for all students. We'll support student academic success. We'll engage in partnership with families in the community. We'll ensure that the school is a welcoming, safe environment that serves as a center of student learning, activities, athletics, and performing arts. We'll also promote a sense of community in our schools and the surrounding areas. We'll utilize effective governance and business practices while remaining open, transparent, and accountable to the community. And we will serve as an employer of choice with the highest quality teachers and staff. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Moving on to our board reports. Are any of you wanting to go first? If not, I'll just start down at the end with Trustee Constant, and we'll work ourselves this way.
Well, thank you. My report's fairly short. I've had a couple of meetings, had a great time with my first principal meeting of the year with Ross Fernandez, talking about pathways in Adelante and our independent study. Great opportunity to be reminded of all the great things that we offer at those sites, and a system that we've set up that really provides a great environment for students who have needs other than our traditional students. And it's just great to see all the great things that those kids are doing. And of course, I got to go to breakfast with my favorite school board president. And Heidi took me out to breakfast, I think it was last Thursday. And there was a specific reason, because it was Senior Citizen Appreciation Day, and she thought it would be cute to take me to breakfast. So I just want to say how much I appreciate the almost as old as me, but not quite, board president. Thank you very much for appreciating my senior citizen status.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
All right. There we go. First of all, welcome all of our Gov students. It's always fun for me and all of us to see you here. We're so happy to have you here. A couple of items for me. I was able to participate in the Canvas webinar that was last week. And I wanted to thank Josh Mason and Sean Scott for that webinar training last week. I think it was the second one of this year. And I was one of 60-ish parents that were on there. I joined as a parent new to Canvas and also as a school board member trying to learn what Canvas is all about. I've had other students go through Roseville Joint, but we never had Canvas when they did before. So really appreciated Josh and Scott's. They were so professional. They were so welcoming to everybody there, respectful of everybody's questions, and helpful. So I appreciated that. And then last night I went to a Placer County Office of Education training. It's part of their governance trainings that they've been putting on. And last night we covered school discipline and also special education. And I came away with a couple pages of notes of learning some things. And I really came away with just a continued respect for our staff that takes care of both of those areas. And I know that I'm not going to name everybody, but I do have to say, first of all, Craig, I thought of you last night, Craig Garabedian, who does so much for our special education. And I know that you're under Dr. Caroz's department, and just really appreciate knowing how much goes into that, learning more about that. And Dr. Dobson, you and your team and student services with the school discipline, just really appreciate it. So I was thinking last night, I'm so grateful for our district staff that I can just depend on and have so much confidence in. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, it's been a couple of busy weeks. As Pete mentioned, it was National Senior Citizen Day, and I took him to breakfast, and I'll be taking our other board members out to meet for coffee or breakfast, just to have our one-on-one. And it will not be National Senior Citizen Day for any of the other three of you. Cutoff age, right? I had a great opportunity to meet with Brandon Del Orto for coffee, also not on Senior Citizen Day. So I appreciated our time to meet together. I was busy moving my son into his college dorm, and he's on his second day of college, and I was kind of reflecting on those board expectations of preparing students for life, college, and career, and he already knows how to use Canvas, and a lot of the systems that we have in place in our high school have really set him up for success his first week of college, so that's been encouraging to see. Last weekend, I got to attend an event called the American Legion Auxiliary Boys and Girls State. And so it's Roseville Joint Union students, one from each high school, who selected to go through this Boys and Girls State program. And they got congressional awards and different things. They got to share about their experience. So that was exciting to see. Friday night at Roseville High was the first Friday Night Lights, varsity and junior varsity football games, and Roseville Tiger varsity team won that game. Antelope High School won the JV game. Both teams were great out there, and tons of cheerleaders. It was awesome to see. And it was like 103 degrees, and they were just out there playing hard. So get to see that. And then we have tomorrow, the State of the City. So I might see some of you there at Denio's at the State of the City with Mayor Krista Bernasconi. And we had our first junior varsity water polo win at Roseville High School as well. So fun water polo season with my freshmen. We'll see how it goes. Lots of things going on. Roll it along.
I was also at the same training session with Tiffany where we got to hear about the student discipline policies and navigating special education, and we were not sitting together, and I think we might have waved hello, but we didn't speak at all. And I was also sitting there thinking the same thing about how much I appreciate our staff and just as they were going over all of the challenges with suspensions and expulsions and then with just the intricacies with special disabilities and just how to special education and how to bring those kids into the classroom. And I was so grateful for Craig and Mel. So I was thinking the same thing. And then I also attended back to school night at Granite Bay for my daughter. But I wanted to share, kind of maybe from more of a board perspective, I was in her English class, and I know that the teachers have been working really hard thinking about how do we incorporate AI into the classroom and be smart, and I know it's a hot topic. And I was pleasantly surprised to have the English teacher share that she planned on using AI to help give feedback on essays. And she's been training AI, and so, and she's still going to read the responses. So, as a parent, I felt very comfortable. And I'm excited to see, I'm sure there are other teachers using it too. I'm looking at two, but I'm sure there are other teachers also trying this. And my daughter came home, and I didn't talk to my daughter about it. And she came home soon after, and she said, we're going to start using AI and get feedback. And she's very intrigued by it. She has always expressed a desire for more feedback from her English teachers, and so she's excited. And that's not a knock on any of the teachers. My mom was a teacher, and I know how hard it is to give feedback on essays. So not a knock. She's interested and intrigued, and I look forward to seeing how this works. And I'm happy that we're finding maybe different ways to support our students that might actually want and need some more support. So thanks.
Awesome. So good evening, everybody. I was not able to attend the Placer County Office event governance training, but I think it's great that they're doing that, continuing that process. This is Superintendent Gil Garbolino Mojica getting this with her cabinet and a lot of her administration to really continue that, because we have a lot of new board members who may not be new to different areas, and it's always good for continuing board member education. So glad it's a good event. Want to welcome all students. I know a lot of you are probably here for a class, but you can come anytime. It doesn't have to be for class. Our agendas are posted online. If there's something you find of interest, come on out. We have a mic. Don't be afraid. We'd love to hear from you. You're one of our biggest and most important stakeholder groups, so we want to hear from you. And we have all of our meetings available online too, so you can see what they were before, go back, look at agendas. That's all available. So anyways, I encourage you to do that, please, and we want to hear from you. Had an opportunity to meet with Brandon Villarto last week. I was good connecting and looking forward to that relationship with RSCA this year and working together. So that's it for me.
All right, thank you. So we have an introduction tonight. Our new student board representative and West Park High School principal, Becky House, will give an introduction.
I'm on. Okay, good. Oh, gosh. Hi, it's great to see you all again. We are so happy to have Nico Themelis. He is a senior student at West Park, and he's going to be representing West Park this year. Couple things about him. He's a second-year ASB member, and he's part of our executive council. He's also a 3-year member of both the Latino Student Union and the swim team. Outside of school, he works for the city of Roseville as a swim instructor and lifeguard. He plans to attend a 4-year college to study neuroscience and eventually go to medical school, which is so cool. And fun fact, Nico speaks 3 languages and has traveled to 15 countries. So he brings lots of great perspective, and he's going to be an excellent representative on our board. So welcome, Nico, and we're excited to have you here.
This won't be my board report. This will be like a board report for West Park's year, and the start for West Park's year has been absolutely awesome. Our second day back rally was spectacular. The cheer, dance, and all the staff introductions will for sure be a highlight of the year, and they were awesome. Senior sunrise went really well as well. We had a really high amount of senior energy and senior attendance that day, which is what I always like to see, like when it comes to school events and stuff. Senior painted parking spot was really fun as seniors got to come and make their mark before school started and have fun before the school year started. Friday was our first football game. It was it went really well. We got to see the introduction of our new chants from our claw. We got to see just like the school come together as it comes for our football nights. This Friday, we are excited to launch our mobile rallies at school. I think that it'll be great to have school spirit and just a combination of the student body have great energy at school. Club Rush is this Wednesday, and we're excited to announce that we have over 50 clubs on our West Park campus. And yeah, I think the kickoff to this year has been spectacular, and I'm so excited to see what comes next.
All right, thank you. I was wandering the parking lot the other week at West Park between water polo scrimmages, and I was looking at the parking spaces. They're really well done. They were very creative. So shout out to all the painted parking lot spots. Next up is superintendent's report and communications received.
All right, so there's been no communications received, but again, welcome to Nico. Welcome to the board. Looking forward to working with you this year. Just a couple quick things. Just want to share, most of you already know, but our continued success and collaboration with Sierra College for dual enrollment, CTE. Tony working along with Sierra College's marketing group. Obviously, we had that nice segment on Good Day last week, which was, again, just continues to show how important that relationship is and the benefits our students are getting from these programs. And then I'll have an opportunity on September 9th to speak on a similar topic at the Roseville Chamber Luncheon over at Randy Peters. So if anybody's interested, want to hear me talk, come have lunch September 9th with the Chamber Luncheon. And then the last one, which is exciting for us, PCOE is doing a Women in Educational Leadership event on September 25th. And we have some of our established leaders on the Pathway to Leadership panel, I believe. Dr. Karos, Ashley Sarin, there could be more, I just know those two for sure, participating in that event September 25th. So really excited for that and our representation at that event. So, and that is it.
Okay, thank you. And 4.5 committee reports. We have something coming up later this week, but nothing to report today. And 4.6 RSEA report with Brandon Delordo.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to make it shorter than last time. Since the last meeting, I was the longest thing in the meeting, and I think that was a little sad. Pete gives me this stare, I feel. Anyways, it was a great meeting, Heidi, and get a chance to talk with Bill. Heidi and I went to coffee, and she said, next time, if you guys want a decent raise, you're going to have to take me to dinner. I said something about, I don't know, Scott Seafood or something. Anyways, but it was a great chance to meet, and it's really, I think, a stepping stone that has to happen before a lot of other things happen to just remind us that we're all on the same page. And so I'm looking forward to meeting with the other three. John and I hopefully will start having something I've done with all the superintendents over the years is breakfast in the morning, make sure he pays because he makes more than me, and move through the process of doing this. As of now, teacher-wise, there's really not many things that are coming up, just more kind of the every year opening of school growing pains, but nothing that is anything pressing as of now. I'm sure, as history has proven, that there will be things through the course of the year, but as of now, everything's going really well. Looking forward to meeting with Dr. Karos tomorrow and her group, Amy and Josh, I think, right? And we're going to continue to just kind of collaborate on where curriculum is going and what we're trying to work on. Every single time I've ever done this job, 99% of the problems are almost always just miscommunication. And if we could just had a chance to talk about it before it became a thing, it usually doesn't become a thing. And that's going to be the process that we're going to continue to try to do this year. So thank you for everything, and I'll be getting in touch with the three of you that I haven't had a chance to have coffee with yet. Thanks.
All right, thank you. All right, an exciting part of the meeting, item 5, public comment. Anyone? Any students have any comments you want to make? No? How are we liking the muffins? Good, okay. All right, well, next time, you guys are welcome anytime. We have open public comment every meeting, so. All right, moving on to the consent agenda, item 6. Any questions or comments on consent?
I make a motion to approve.
I just wanted to, I was going to pull one off, maybe just to be an example too to the kids of talking through an issue, if we could. So I'll just share some on 6.9, and I can share some of the questions I asked about that, so they can hear what
Okay.
that goes like.
All right, so we have a request to pull item 6.9. Anything else? No? Okay. So do we
There's a motion
have
to
a,
approve the consent agenda without,
Yep.
out 6.9?
I'll second that.
All right. So motion and a second to approve consent with the exception of item 6.9, and we'll do a roll call vote on that. Trustee Constant,
Yep.
trustee Coleman,
Yes?
trustee Hall, yes, trustee Franz,
Yes.
trustee Schutz,
Yes.
and Nico. Yes, all right. Motion carries 5-0 and one school board member, or one student school board member, sorry. And then we'll take item 6.9 with trustee Coleman's questions that she
Great.
had on that.
I just didn't want it to end. These kids have come so far. I didn't want the meeting to end too quickly for you. So perhaps as an example, 6.9 came on our consent agenda, and that came through our Education Services Department, which is Dr. Caro's. So I had already called her and talked through some of these questions, but we'll just go ahead and I'll ask them to you. This was about the approval of using the Power School, I don't know if platform is the right word, but would you explain what this new platform is, and what it will be used for?
Sure. So this is our desire and really our promise to our community. This is an assessment and analytics system really meant to support our professionals, our teachers, our administrators, our assistant superintendents, and our team in education services to really supporting our teachers to build common assessments in one platform that provides for our teachers efficient and quick and effective data visualizations to support them to quickly analyze common trends in their classrooms, to supporting instruction, and of course to supporting student outcomes at the end of the day. We do have some form of common assessments in our system, but it's not curated in one system, and it isn't in one place where our teachers can quickly pull up reports to support their professional learning teams and in their collaborations as they discuss and work through adapting their instruction for meeting individual student needs as well as small group learning needs in the classroom. So that's what this is.
Thank you. And what will be required of teachers or admin in related to learning? What's the learning curve on this, or the learning process?
Sure. So Josh, I'm going to ask you to come up to and add to what I may have forgotten. But like any new tool that we bring into our system, we have the commitment to providing training to, one, obviously build assessments. This system actually has curated assessment questions by the standard, by the content for the PLT teams to pull from. And then it also has the ability for PLT teams or individual teachers to write and to add their own individual question to the assessment. What else am I missing, Josh?
Well, I appreciate you pulling this item because I'm excited to speak about this, so this is great. Dr. Karros did a good job of articulating, the broad 30,000 overview of it. It's really, it's funny when Trustee Constant was going over the board expectations about the high-quality academic opportunities for students and then supporting student academic success. This platform will really support that. And it goes back to what Dr. Karros talked about. It really helps teachers gather the data that they need to make informed decisions as far as their instructional practices. And, Marla, you talked about the AI piece to it. This also has an AI piece to it called Power Buddy. So as teachers are building those individual questions in their district common assessments, they can also reference AI to maybe rephrase it or help build, or if they're even stuck on, I don't really know what a good question is to meet the standard, that Power Buddy system will come and play too as well. So there's that component to it. It's really robust. The cool thing about it is it's a localized, developed system. So it's not an NWEA. So for example, the district that I came from, it was a very prescribed assessment. So you literally just had the students log in, students would take the assessment, and then it would spit out the RIT score, and they would, it informed instructional practices to teachers. But the cool thing about this, and speaking to Brandon's point, this is going to be locally developed between Amy and her team, and then teachers too as well. And it really gets back to giving us a good tool to evaluate our programs and services throughout the district. And what I mean by that is we want to know if we are selecting this or an EL program or a special ed program, how is that reflecting in student learning in the classroom? And that's what this system actually does, is it gives light to how our programs and services are operating on the site level. It's great for you as a board because it goes back to that transparency piece. We're an accountability model now in the state of California, and so it really, you're held to a high standard for all your subgroups. And so not just your tier 1 kids, you're also talking about your EL kids, your SPED kids, and you really want to focus on, is this learning great for all students, or is it just for a segment of students? And then if it's just for a segment of students, then you can start to drill down on those subgroups and really figure out what learning needs that they need. That's what this system does, is it gives us that type of platform in order to be very transparent. And the high school level too, I do want to add this. As far as our state accountability, you only have the opportunity to test students in the 11th grade. They go 4 through 8, and so you're always getting consistent feedback data. For us, we really don't know their 9th and 10th grade, their years. With this type of system, we will know. Since we have district common assessments, we'll be able to pull that data out and then be able to inform instructional practices with this type of system. So it's exciting for me. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully the teachers, as they get into it, you talked about that learning curve, associated with the cost of this product is a lot of training with it too as well. And we'll try and do the best job that we can to roll that out, so when it is operationalized, everybody's comfortable using it. So I can answer any of the questions that you want. I'm not a Power School salesman, I promise. It's something that I think would be very useful for the district.
I really appreciate that. And when I first saw it too, I thought, okay, what am I going to need to know as a parent?
Yeah.
So I'll ask that question.
Sure. Yeah.
Will I need to know anything?
If you would like to know, you can. So in regards to your individual student scores, you can request those. A cool component of Performance Matters is what's called the baseball card report. And so it literally is, it's like a baseball card. And if you turn over like any type of baseball card, on the back, it has all kinds of stats. That's what it does with your student. It tells you what reading level that they're at. You can customize it. So you can make it show all their math scores, their science scores, whatever scores that you want on there, plus their attendance, plus their discipline, all those different things. So you literally have like an actual baseball card. Do you have to request it as a parent? No, but if you would like that information, you're more than welcome to request it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
And last question, and I apologize, I actually didn't look at this in the agenda. Where is the funding coming to pay for this?
LCAP dollars.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, with that, I'd like to make a motion to pass item 6.9, the approval of Power School.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second, and all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No? All right, what did you students think of that? Are we excited about Power Buddy, Power School? Yep, okay. All right, sounds awesome. Thank you for getting us up to speed on that. And item 7, we have nothing for tonight. Item 8, any staff reports? No? Okay, Horizon report shows our upcoming meeting. It looks like our next board meeting is September 9th. And do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All right, motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, meeting adjourned, 7 PM on the nose.